Hi guys, my name is Lucy and welcome back to my channel. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about the question who will be the next emperor of Japan after Emperor Naruhito. As you may know, there is no final conclusion yet to the next emperor after Emperor Naruhito in Japan today. Currently, we have two options. One is that Emperor Naruhito's younger brother, Prince Akishino, also known as Prince Fumihito, is the next successor without changing the current role of male-only succession. In this case, after Prince Akishino, his son, Prince Hisahito, will be the emperor next. The other option is to devise law of the male-only succession to the throne to Emperor Naruhito's only daughter, Princess Aiko, can be the next successor. And according to a poll conducted in 2021, more than 80% of the public supports a female emperor and expects Princess Aiko to succeed Emperor Naruhito. And Article 1 of the Constitution of Japan states that the emperor is the symbol of Japan and of the unity of the Japanese people, and that this position is based on the consensus of the Japanese people who have sovereignty over the country. So, according to the Article 1 of the Constitution and results of this poll, the Japanese government should promptly amend the male-only succession law and make Princess Aiko the crown princess so that a female Princess Aiko can become the next emperor of Japan. But the Japanese government does not seem to have taken any action so far to make a female emperor come true. If the situation were that Prince Akishino is a fine person suitable for the emperor and Princess Aiko is simply popular among the people, then it might be okay to leave things as they are. However, Prince Akishino is very unpopular with the Japanese people, has been known to be a heavy drinker and womanizer since he was young, and has not received any imperial education, and the family has been criticized for their lavish lifestyle, using taxpayers' money, and various allegations as well. There's nothing about Prince Akishino that makes him fit to be the future emperor, and even his close associates say that he is such a bad guy. The government insists on protecting the male-only line of succession, but since Akishino's accession to the throne is not based on the consensus of the Japanese people, what the government is doing is in violation of Article 1 of the Constitution as it stands. And there's a decisive reason why, in my opinion, the next emperor after Emperor Naruhito can only be Princess Aiko. If the reason why Prince Akishino is not suitable to be the next emperor is simply because his bad character and conduct, then there is still some possibility for consideration as the future emperor. But what if the reason why Prince Akishino is not suitable to be the next emperor is because his biological father is a commoner, not the retired Emperor Akihito? In fact, many people suspect that Akishino's father may be someone else. If so, this is a very big problem. This is because it is extremely important for the succession to the throne of the Emperor of Japan that the lineage of the emperor be carried on. Those who insist on a male rather than female lineage also argue that a male must be selected to ensure that the emperor's genes are passed on to the next generation, and they consider a male lineage to be extremely important. If the blood of retired Emperor Akihito did not flow through Prince Akishino, he would be just a commoner, and the 2,600-year-long imperial lineage would be cut off. All the people of Japan should understand the importance of this. I am dissatisfied with the waste of taxpayers' money and behavior of the Akishino family, but I am speaking very seriously about this today. I have no intention to defame or slander Prince Akishino. I feel even sorry for him if Prince Akishino is not the biological son of the retired Emperor Akihito, because he is not responsible for his birth and any of this suspicion. But it is an important duty for us modern Japanese to protect our Japanese ancestors who have protected this imperial lineage for 2600 years by correctly connecting the emperor's bloodline. We cannot afford to change the lineage of the emperor to completely different genetic makeup in a generation. If Prince Akishino is not the biological son of the retired Emperor Akihito, then his son Prince Hisahito would naturally be a commoner as well, and the right to the throne would be revoked. In other words, according to the results of Prince Akishino's DNA test, the only members of the next generation of the imperial family with legitimate Emperor Akihito's bloodline are Princess Aiko and other princes of the Takamado and Mikasa families, which means that the male line of succession to the throne has already been cut off. I mean, there is already no male heir in next generation. Then the law of male-only succession to the imperial throne must be revised. This is a very important issue, and in my opinion, the first thing the Japanese government must do is to conduct a DNA test on Prince Akishino and retired Emperor Akihito. Moreover, there is a possibility that the forces that want Prince Akishino to be the next emperor will cheat on the DNA test, so the test should be conducted by multiple laboratories to ensure that there will be no cheat and no irregularities. It would be a big mistake of Japanese government to ignore this point and decide on Prince Akishino as the next emperor. It would also be a big mistake to treat Prince Akishino as if he was the crown prince and allow his family to enjoy a luxurious lifestyle. There are so many people who believe that Prince Akishino's biological father may not be the retired Emperor Akihito, and there are trending hashtags on Twitter asking for a DNA test on Prince Akishino. The reason for this is that the older Prince Akishino gets, the more he becomes identical to the brother-in-law of former Empress Michiko, wife of retired Emperor Akihito. Michiko's brother-in-law is a businessman. I will call him Mr. A from now on. You know, parents and children look very much alike as they get older without the need for a DNA test. Some people may look more like their father or more like their mother, but genes do not lie and always tell the truth. As for Akishino's resemblance to Mr. A, some people say it is just a coincidence. But Prince Akishino and Mr. A look so much alike, and they are almost identical that one cannot help but think that they have a biological parent-child relationship. Not only do they have similar facial parts, but their height and gesture habits are completely linked. Not only that, but one of Mr. A's relatives looks exactly like one of Akishino's children. Mako Komuro looks exactly like Mr. M, Mr. A's grandfather. The faces, especially when they are smiling, are so identical and look like a biological parent-child relationship. And neither Prince Akishino nor his 3 children any resemblance to retired Emperor Akihito. It is hard to believe there is biological parent-child relationship between Prince Akishino and retired Emperor Akihito. This contrasts with Emperor Naruhito, who looks exactly like the retired Emperor Akihito. The person who knows the truth and everything about this is the retired Empress Michiko. The most likely possibility is that retired Empress Michiko was unable to have children after giving birth to Naruhito and adopted a baby boy from her sister. Therefore, Akishino must look exactly like his biological father, Michiko's sister's husband. Adoption itself is not a problem at all in the public, but if retired Empress Michiko, the crown princess at the time, had adopted a baby boy from her sister and raised his as crown prince child, it would be a serious crime. Adoption is forbidden by law for members of the imperial family. I believe that the retired Empress Michiko is responsible to the public to make an explanation for this allegation. But since I'm sure she will never tell the truth, so DNA tests should be done on the retired Emperor Akihito and Prince Akishino as soon as possible. Furthermore, conservative politicians claim that male lineage is so important, but when people ask them about the necessity of DNA tests to prove the male lineage, they say it is disrespectful to suspect the imperial member. Is there something wrong with being tested? It is not disrespectful but very important. If the male lineage is so important, then all heirs to the throne should undergo DNA test. Many people have suspected on social media that Prince Akishino's biological father may be someone else, though I think it is his duty to the people of Japan to have a DNA test to clear up their suspicions with no cheat. If Prince Akishino does not take the DNA test for various reasons, it will prove that his biological father is a commoner. If Prince Akishino's biological father were a commoner, it would become a very big scandal, but the truth must be revealed to ensure the proper continuation of the emperor's lineage. And this is a problem that the government and the people must overcome in order to pass on the correct emperor's lineage to the next generation. If Prince Akishino were the son of the commoner, the Akishino family should return all their property to the country Japan and get out of the imperial members and live as commoners, because their property is not theirs, but state property. So, in my opinion about who will be the next emperor, Prince Akishino or Princess Aiko, I think the only option left is to amend the law to accept a female emperor, and Princess Aiko will become the next emperor. That's all I'd like to say today. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like the video. And if you want to know more truths of Japanese imperial family, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. Have a nice weekend. Bye bye.